Hi everybody, and welcome back to our simple browser MMORPG tutorial. This is video 10, believe it or not. Okay, and I'm just going to log in, click here to play. Okay, I believe we left off here. We have the character created, and we're going to talk about on enter. So if I hit here, that'll do the on enter. Just going to hit here and enter. There's a lot of changes, don't worry. We're going to go there one at a time. First thing I'm going to do is go over to our PHP, the care select page. Camp out of here first. Oops. So what happens when we hit on enter? Okay. It gets posted back to character select. So if it is post submit character token, get the character ID. Okay, and it's going to do this function here. Do enter world. Do clean messages all. Well, we'll worry about the message system I put in later. We'll do that in the next video. But for now, the only thing we want to worry about is it's calling the do enter world character function, which is the function that enters him into the world. So basically, what do you select the map, the area, CSS and name from the characters. You can set the character ID into the session as well as the character name, as well as what CSS he's using. Okay. And then you're going to send them to the play page. It's that simple. But before we go any further, I just want to take a look at something here. Back in the character select and all our pages coming up after that, you'll notice, let's take a look at the landing page where we used to have, for every page, we'd have our document public HTML, our JavaScript links, our links to our CSS, our title, and all that. We type up on every page. Well, instead of doing that on every page, basically what I did, I created an HTML header page, which has all that in it. Right there, and I just included that on every page. So that's why you see here at the top of the page, style is nil and page title is tutorial, because when you go to the header.html, that's where I'm just going to put out and just connect with the page title there for the page title. Okay, so that saves us a little bit of time on every single page. Just wanted to show you that before we go on any further. So you'll notice all that big blob of code won't be on every single page. Okay, so now let's take a look at our game functions. Okay, so to enter world character, so let's take a look at our game functions page here. To enter world character. Okay, basically what we do in here is we get the character ID, put it in the session, and we go to the character, we get the map, the area, the CSS, and the name from the character in the database. I basically get the map here so I can do the messages, CSS and name so I can put it into the session, put the name into the session, and put CSS, what CSS she's using into the session as well. We're not going to worry too much about these right here. I'll explain it what these all are when I talk to the message system in the next video. Basically what this is just sending a message to everybody in the world that your character has entered the world, your character has entered the map, send a message to you that your character has entered the world, send a message to you that you have entered the map. Do clear all messages. So I'll clear up all the old messages so you don't have a ton of messages from a half hour ago. And head over to play.php, which is where all our game is going to play. Okay, so let's head over to play.php. Enter here just to show you what play.php looks like. Now you see it's similar, but there's a lot of different boxes and a lot of slightly different layout. Okay, so maybe the first thing we should start with is to take a look at CSS for this. First go up to the header.html got HTML to show you something. I included 2 CSS sheets. You can see the CSS here and the CSS here. Okay. This I have a second CSS style sheet under games.styles.css. So I split the CSS into 2 basically, so everything that has to do with the game is in its own separate CSS. So if I don't need it outside the game, why have it all in one great big file and it's getting hard to read. So here's the CSS just for the game. You can see here if I go to File, Save As, it's in Styles. It's in the Games folder under Styles, Style Sheet. Okay. And here I created a whole bunch of different panel boxes for everything we need in our CSS. Okay, let's start with left panel. That's basically this here. That's the CSS for that here. Right panel, that's the CSS for this. Character box. That's this here. Character box bottom, that is this div here. Okay. Nav top box, that's not top of the navigation box. Nav bottom box, that's this div right here. Main panel, that's all that around in here. Alert box, this is what we see right here. Area box, that's this. Okay. And now we're going to get into points box, which is this here. Okay, basically what we have here is, I haven't really talked about character stats yet. Maybe we'll get into that a little bit on the next video, but this is the hit points back. So see how it's this div right here for hit points, but you can't see it, so it's in the back. Hit points, that's that little green thing there, and text hit points is on top. So basically it's just 3 divs layered on top of each other. So the back layer is red, the top layer is green, and the next top layer above that is text. And what that does is, you can see here, it shows a progress bar, so he has full health, so it's all the way green. But this guy only has half mana, so you can see the yellow one comes up to halfway, and you can see the red behind it. So it's a gauge. We'll talk about more on that when we do our stats. Same thing for stamina points and mana points, exact same setup. Message nav, we talk about this a great deal when we do our explanation on the message system. Message say box, that's this right here. No, message say box is this, sorry, this is the message nav, and this is the message box. Okay. Our travel hover. Basically, that right there is our one thing I have that has the class travel so far. Okay, so that explains basically the CSS. Okay, so now we're going to scoot over to the play page and explain what happens there. Okay, so now we're here over at the play page. Okay, the first thing that happens is we select the area and the map from the character. I don't know if I showed you, here's a whole bunch more tables. Don't worry about that, we'll explain these tables as we go along. Okay, here you see there's a couple more fields added to the table. Basically, the ones we're interested in right now is map and area. That's for our navigation. Group, skills, combat, guides, we'll worry about that in the messaging system. But for now, you see he's in area 1, he's in map tutorial. Okay, so it pulls out area 1, map tutorial. Alright. So everything's going to happen on the play page. It's not going to be a separate page for each area or each map. Everything's going to happen from the play page. So what we do is we get the area on the map and we load the area in this div and the map here. So when he moves to another area, like you see here, moving step 2, stays on the play page, just the areas change, okay? Okay, so that we need to find out what we're generating in here. The area and the map. Okay. Our token like we usually have. A message ID, a message care ID, that I just put that in there for testing purposes so I know what I'm doing. Okay. I got a swap character box and a swap message. So this is the character box, this is the message. Alright. Let's get to work. So that's our. We'll talk about the swap. I've already discussed the swap on other parts of it, how you do a swap with JavaScript, but I'll go back and do that after. But for now, we're going to skip that. Container or header. Here's our alert box. Alert box. I haven't done the code for that, so it's just an alert box right now. Okay, then we're going to go to the left panel. It's going to hit all his character information and load it up there, and I'll show you that later on. I just want to get to part where we're doing a nav, character bottom, okay, the main panel, area box. So we're going to open up area box and show you what that is. Open. Okay, as you can see here, basically what the area box is just getting the information about each area and loading it in, so it doesn't have to move. So no matter whatever area is held in the player is what area is going to show up over here. Okay? Alright. So let's just, actually, you know what? Let's just go from top to bottom and make it easier for you. Okay, we'll take a look at character box. Open character box. Okay. And it basically just loads the information out of the character table in our database, his title, his name, first name, last name, Beth and Czar. She doesn't have a suffix, so it's just suffix right now. His race, ogre, class, knight, race again, don't need that, probably get rid of it, but I'm saving the space for something else, and a nice little camp out function. And I'll show you quickly what camp out does. It basically just unsets the sessions and sends them back to the select screen. We've got a local just to show you what it is over here. And out. Yeah, see? Alright. And hit back to character select. Just unsets the session, unsets the CSS, unsets the character name. Character ID, I should unset the character name. Oops. Okay. And down here, this is the points box, so it gets all what hit points, health points, stamina points, mana points, all what I call primary stats. So they're in character primary stats. Okay. Actually, I'm going to stop here and I'll describe this primary stats to you in the next video. Basically, okay, just going to do a quick explanation of primary stats, then I'm going to head and call it until we go to the next video. Okay, character primary stats, as you can see, are the character's hit points, spell points, mana points, his max hit points. I believe I've already discussed it with you, but yeah, current experience, max experience, and stats. You have their names, so you can change them if you don't like health. You can call them body points. And the short is just, so if you look here, it says HP, SBMT, so lots of writing out health the full way, stamina, mana. Okay, the reason why I created a separate table called stats, because when you're playing the game, you may not like to call health, and you may want to call it body points. You may not want to call mana spell points instead of mana points. You just changing the database. I'll change it everywhere else. Okay, but bear in mind, on the care primary stats, the slot that holds is still going to be HP current and HP max. Spell points current, spell points max. Yeah. MP current, MP max. Okay. Alrighty. That takes care of this part right here. So that's where we're loading our current maxes from. Okay, and we're going to leave it here, and we're going to talk more about how this little bar here works in the next video. Next we'll carry on and fully explain it. We're almost done. Okay, so I get the next thing I do is I go to the stats table and get the short names for each one of their abilities right here. And then I go what level he is. He's level 1. Okay, and we're talking about CSS. We're talking about those divs we made. Hit points back. That's actually, let me go into the database and just knock off some hit points here, just to give you an example. Yeah. Let's go 25. It's half. That's sure. Okay. Yeah, I'll be able to see what I'm talking about. Ding. Okay, see now, green bar, like his health is half full. Okay, how we did that? Let's create a hit points back, which is the bottom div here, this div here with the red background, and it's 100% of the width, which is 125 by 15 high. Okay, and then we create another div called hit points, which will be its current hit points. We set a variable called width, and width is just basically a percentage of the full hit points. So it's current hit points divided by max hit points times the full length, and that gives us a percent. So right now it's 50%, so it's 25 divided by 50 times 125, okay, which is roughly about 50%, so that's why it's only showing 50% is green. And then on top of that, we just write the text. So the text bar shows up on top of that. That way it gives us more like a bar, status bar, so you can see how well your hit points are doing. We'll do the same for stamina points, S points. And we'll do the same for mana points. Current spell points is a percentage of the width. We just vary the width according to how much he has left. Okay. And that takes care of the character box altogether, and that's a good place to end our video finally. Thank you very much. And tune into part 11 where we'll probably be talking more about the character and the movement system, and if we have some time maybe we'll get into the messaging system. Show you how that works. Okay, thanks a lot. Take care. We'll see you in the next video. I hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to click on the like button, join my channel, or leave a comment. Thanks for watching.